Hello everyone, I am Dr. Syeda Aisha. Chemistry of transition elements is the unit which comes under the inorganic chemistry part of the syllabus. In this session, I would like to discuss the general characteristics of the transition elements which include the redox potentials, color, and the magnetic properties by taking the 3D, 4D and the 5D series elements in particular. Redox potential can be defined as a measure of the propensity of a chemical or biological species to either gain, that is to acquire, or lose electrons through the process of ionization. In general, we can say that the ions of very late transition metals, that is those towards the right hand end of the transition metal block like copper, silver and gold, are found to have high reduction potentials. In other words, because of the high reduction potentials, these ions are easily reduced. The standard electrode potential, that is SEP, of the transition elements is generally found to be higher than that of the standard hydrogen. The irregularity in the variation of electrode potentials is due to the irregular variation of the ionization enthalpies and also the hydration energies of the divalent ions of these elements. All those elements with negative reduction potentials act as strong reducing agent and they liberate hydrogen from dilute acids. Whereas copper does not liberate hydrogen from dilute acid because of its positive electrode potential. The values of the reduction potentials for manganese, zinc and nickel are found to be more negative than expected. The electrode potential values of manganese and zinc can be explained on the basis of the stability of the half-filled D subshell found in Mn+2 and the completely filled, that is D10 configuration in Zn2 plus ion. Here we can see the redox potential of the elements present in the 3D series. So here copper is found to have a positive potential, which means that it does not liberate hydrogen from dilute acids. There is no regular trend in the values of the redox potential. These metals should act as good reducing agent. This is because of the irregular variation in the sublimation and ionization energies across the series. Color of the substance arises from the property of the substance to absorb light of certain wavelength in the region of visible light. The region starting from 400 nanometer and up to 700 nanometer is called as the visible region. If unpaired electrons are present in the ion, then it is found that its compounds are colored. And if there are no unpaired electrons, means if there are only paired electrons present in the ion, then its compound is colorless. Color exhibited by transition metal ions is due to the presence of the unpaired d electrons present in the d orbitals, and it is due to the dd transition of electrons. Color of the complex depends on the metal, its oxidation state and its ligands. Here we can see the colors which are exhibited by the different transition metal ions. When we consider the ion scandium-3+, it has an outer electronic configuration of 3d0, and we can say that the number of unpaired electrons is 0, therefore it is colorless. When titanium-3+ ion is considered, it has an outer electronic configuration of 3d1. The number of unpaired electron is 1, and we can see that the color of titanium-3+ is purple. Titanium-4+ has an outer electronic configuration of 3d0. The number of unpaired electron being 0, the ion will be colorless. Vanadium-3+ has an outer electronic configuration of 3d2, unpaired electron being equal to 2, the color of vanadium-3+ is green. When we consider chromium-3+, it has an outer electronic configuration of 3d3. The number of unpaired electrons being 3, it is found that chromium-3+ are found to be violet in color. From the table, we can observe that when the number of unpaired electrons present is 0, it is found that the ion or its compounds are colorless. Whereas when the number of unpaired electrons are found to be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, we can see that the compounds are colored. Coming on to the magnetic properties of transition elements, we can say that the metal complexes which have unpaired electrons, that is the unpaired d electrons, are magnetic. Since the last electron or the valence electron resides in the d orbitals, this magnetism is due to the unpaired d electrons present. In the transition elements, we find that many of the compounds show magnetic properties, and the compounds which are attracted by the magnetic field are called as paramagnetic, whereas those which are repelled by the magnetic field are called as diamagnetic. The magnetic moment, that is denoted by the letter mu, is expressed in terms of Bohr magneton, and it is given by the formula 1 Bohr magneton is equal to EH divided by 4 pi mc. With the help of this formula and the number of unpaired electrons, the magnetic moment is calculated using the formula mu is equal to the square root of n into n plus 2, where n being the number of unpaired electrons. This is a table which shows the magnetic moments of the different ions of the 3D series. When we consider scandium-3+ ion, it has an outer electronic configuration of 3d0. The number of unpaired electrons is 0, and we can see that the magnetic moment, which is calculated using the formula mu is equal to square root of n into n plus 2, is 0, while the observed value is also equal to 0. When we consider titanium-2+, it has an electronic configuration of 3d1, the number of unpaired electrons being 1, and when the magnetic moment is calculated, it is found to be 1.73 with an observed value of 1.75. So we can see that the magnetic moment for the different ions with different number of unpaired electrons. Vanadium-2+ has the number of unpaired electrons equal to 3 with a calculated magnetic moment value equal to 3.87. Likewise, when we consider zinc 2 plus ion, that is Zn2 plus ion, it has an outer EC of 3d10. The number of unpaired electrons is 0, and we can see that the magnetic moment calculated and observed both being equal to 0. These are some of the references which we have used to prepare this session on the general characteristics of transition elements. Thank you for your hearing.